recap today. Okay, a quick recap since we started the recording over again. We called the meeting at 10:10. We have a guest, Kaylin, for his second visit. Welcome. No skipper notes, no corrections. Rylan gave a report on the Treasury. Did you really want to go over that again, or just skip that part of the recording, Rylan?
Yes, I can go over that.
Yeah, just do a real brief so that we can get it.
Yeah, I just it's corrected. Okay, we had a beginning balance of $5,373.13. We collected $144 in dues, $500 in contributions, and I found that also we had a disbursement of $57.60 for saw blades for the modeling booth, and that leaves let's see, $5,959.53. Good shape.
All right, very good, thanks. And now we're caught up to the web stuff.
Okay, and I'll do this even more briefly than before. Libraries, if you want to see the Football Shop library or anyone else's library, go to References, Libraries, create one of your own. It won't show up here unless you let me know. I think if you're logged in, it'll say My Library. You can click on that to get to yours. And this shop library will be listed, and then everyone else's by name. In addition to that, I've posted some new ship models. Go to models, lists. At the Deltaville show, Which Watkins brought a large selection of his, and I took the opportunity to take a bunch of photographs. So we've got all of these, his model. We won't look at these individually. F.J. Crockett was already on the site. That was the only one of his we had previously. And I replaced the photos with better ones to revisit that. And then the rest of these are new. Very nice, all bay boats, obviously. And then two from Mort Stoll, who isn't on the 10 today. Why is his name not showing?
Let me interrupt for a second. No one, wasn't Butch injured in the wreck last month?
You got him by the first name.
Yes.
Right? You got him by
You got him by
first
first.
name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh. There we go. I'll fix that. So he's got two models here, Diana and Duke William. I'm missing some information on Duke William. I was going to ask him about that today, but I'll catch up with him later. That's it.
Yeah, does anyone have any updates on?
I thought it was his wife that was more seriously injured than he was. Yeah. Like she was, what I remember was he left the same day and then she was kept in the hospital for a while, but released by even last month, at the end of someone reported she had already been released that day. I think they're doing all right.
Just get him here.
I'll reach out.
Give him
Okay, anything else on the web? Pretty much it. Any old business? Dredge up? That's so tight, not going on. I mean, these shows. Yeah. Well, getting the show out real quick.
Okay.
New business, anyone has new
Oh,
stuff?
oh, new
Right.
business? No,
Be new business.
New business?
no.
Nope. Rylan?
Well, new business, we've got ModelCon coming up on the New Jersey in August. And the reason I mention this is that Joshua had mentioned that the space is limited. So if you plan on going, he'd appreciate if you could sign up early because he's going to have to cut it off because they're meeting in the wardroom where it's air conditioned and it can only hold so many models. But if you plan on going up to the USS New Jersey for ModelCon, I can send a link out to everybody with information on it, but you may want to register early.
Is New Jersey back to its normal place? Its normal place, or it's still in dry dock?
He said it will be back in time, for the show. I think it's supposed to go back toward the end of the month here.
That's the plans.
Yeah, I think that he's planning on coming down here locally towards the end of June, I think it is. So I'll get with him. He wants to
That's right.
team up with, we'll talk about that. Maybe
That's right, because the end of his trip overlaps with me departing to visit my folks.
Yeah, I don't have the exact, he's gonna be around, I think, between the 24th and the 28th or something like that.
Yeah.
Vacationing, so they'll definitely touch base with him then, get more information. Alrighty, other than model con.
I have new, are we in new business?
Yeah.
Okay. The museum puts out regularly Ahoy, is the name of the magazine, and it has a good article on the crab trees. It's a 2-page spread in the middle of the magazine. If you're not a member of the museum, you probably won't get that, but you can acquire it at upfront admissions or wherever. I have to point out, I spent a lot of time with the writer on the Crabtree, in the Crabtree Gallery, but she already had some information. And one of the things she put in there is bad information. I didn't say it, but it appears from the article that I might add. Mrs. Crabtree was not an artist. She was a chauffeur and a caregiver and moved from, I think, Wisconsin or Michigan to California and met Crabtree in California. Met August Crabtree in California. They married in 1942. Her name was Winifred Clark. She was, as I said, a chauffeur and kind of a caregiver for a couple up in the Midwest, and he died, and the widow decided to move to California, and Winnie came with her. So she had nothing to do with the art, except she knew how to hold a crayon, and she did a pretty good job on the ships, but she was not a lot of people have the impression she was a studio artist in California, and she laughed when I mentioned that to her years and years ago. Otherwise, pick up a copy of the Ahoy for free.
Alrighty, very good. Anything else? Wow. Going right along. All right, well,
Hold on a second.
yeah,
Is it too late or too early to start planning for a picnic?
private, picnic update. I mean, we have our reservations, right?
Yes, we do. I don't know what my situation's gonna be like. I really don't right now, but we are scheduled for the second Saturday in September. It's all set up. Hopefully, things will work out with weather-wise, and it should be a fun day. I hope that my issues will be solved by then, but we'll find out. I've got doctor's appointments in the next couple of weeks, so hopefully they can get something working here where I can get fixed up.
Good, okay, well, answer your question.
I just
Or
wanted to
all
bring it
set.
up in the
Yeah.
forefront, so.
Yeah, I thought it had been. All right, well, you want to reset for show and tell portion?
Yeah.